Well, well, well. Richard is going to sleep good tonight. I've literally just kept moving this entire time. Since 6:30 this morning, I've been on the go. And here it is. Now it's after 11. So you bet Richard's going to sleep good tonight. My man Skeleton. You like that sparky rocket, my friend? That was a good rocket. I love rockets at nighttime. I love rockets at nighttime. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'm glad you're chilling with me, my man. My young man. There's Roni, Skeleton. There's the Roni dog. When I make my fireworks, I find it difficult to talk at the same time. Answer everybody's questions. Thank you for the like. But when I walk the dog, that's when I can listen to people and devote my concentration to what everybody else might be asking me. But I love when they watch me do my fireworks. I definitely love that. So, I'm keeping busy. Keeping busy, Skeleton. I'm keeping busy. I've been up since 6:30 this morning, and I've been on the go ever since. If I'm not making black powder or doing my rockets or doing my fireworks, I have to do other things. So Richard's going to sleep good tonight, and I get to do it all over tomorrow. I get to do it all again tomorrow, NTB. When did a trans? I think you asked me this before. I don't know. I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? Oh, dun, 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 dun. That's another language. I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? I don't know when I came out and became a trans. I guess when I got the sex change. You know, I used to be a good-looking girl, but I decided to add on a couple parts, you know what I'm saying? What am I doing tonight? I'm walking my dog, my friend. Walking the dog. I'm busy as all heck. I make fireworks. I was making fireworks all day, NTB. Making fireworks all day. And the 4th of July is coming up. I got a few things made, but I don't know if I'm going to I'm not going to finish everything I wanted to. Sikorsky. Richard Sikorsky. It's me, Juju. Oh, you changed it. San Diego Juju changed his name. That's nice. How much crack do I smoke? How much do you got? Depends how much everybody else has got. You know what I'm saying? If you got like a couple kilos, and I could smoke that in one day. And I'm not a hog. It's just that there's not enough all around, you know? And I got the real good crack too, man. You take one toke and you're ready to murder everybody in sight. Don't listen to this, Skeleton Boy. I'm just having a conversation. I don't know if you know it or not, NTB, but Skeleton Boy's only like 12 years old. So, well, he's older than that. But I'm just trying to fill in and entertain your thoughts. So, walking my dog at night, doing my thing. I'm out of my mind. That's why you think that, because I am definitely certified nut. People are ready to 302 me, NTB and Sikorsky. They're ready to 302 me. But I broke out of the straitjacket and I ran into the woods. And I got helicopters with spotlights and heat sensing radar. So, but I managed to duck and stay out of sight. So, when they catch me, I'll be back in the asylum. You know how that goes. Right back to the asylum, in the rubber room. The damn straitjacket, man, I can't latch it. I can't unlatch them straitjackets. They buckle in the back, you know. And I'm pretty good at stretching, but I still can't reach the latches on the straitjacket. I'm having a hard time. Did you create any cherry bombs yet? I made one. And I wanted to make more, but they take a couple minutes. This 4th of July is coming up too quick. But I did make one. I'll show it to you. I made a couple M80s and I made a couple cherry bombs. I made one cherry bomb. And I'll show it. I'll remind myself. I'll make a note and I'll show you. It turned out really nice. That's one thing I'm good at. Even though I'm like completely out of my mind, NTB, and I'm a complete lunatic, I do make nice fireworks. It's one thing I'm good for. Only one thing though. And so they're asking me, yeah, I made a nice cherry bomb. And I'm going to make more. The trick about it is you got to form that circle. If they had like pre-made hemispheres, real small hemispheres, like cherry bomb size, man, I could whip them out left and right. But I got to mix paper mache and glue, and I just got to form the balls, and I got to wait for the glue to dry, and then I got to paint them. So it's a pain in the rear end. They're good-looking toys. I mean, you can't get cherry bombs. Them things were outlawed when I was a kid. You cannot get cherry bombs anymore. You got to make them. So it's kind of rare like that, you know. M80s are easy to make. All that is a tube. Plug up either end, you put some flash powder in there, put a fuse in there, and you got an M80. But the cherry bombs are a little bit more tricky. So what else is going on, you guys? I'm glad you made it, Richard. I'm very happy to see it go off. Okay, yeah. And when I make promises, I'll do it. I'll make a promise. I'll light the cherry bomb. I'll say, this is for my man in San Diego, Sikorsky. He changed his name. And I'll give you a shout out right as I light it. And I'll toss it. And I'll put the video camera. I should blow something up with it. I got like an old birdhouse or something. Maybe I'll stick it inside the birdhouse and blow the birdhouse to smithereens. You're welcome, my man. You're welcome. One of these days, I'm going to make a ton of flash powder. I know I keep saying this. And I'm going to make a lot of bangers. Because that's what everybody always asks for. They always ask me, Rich, I want the big firecrackers. I want the quarter sticks. I want the big bombs. And the problem with that is they're so dangerous. If I give them out like candy, somebody's going to get hurt. They're not expensive and they're easy to make. All you got to do is mix 2 chemicals and you have it. Stuff it in the tube and put a fuse in it. Like my shells and all my other stuff, they're way harder to make. Flash powder is the easiest thing, and you don't even have to mix it up that much. You just got to diaper mix it on a piece of paper. And yeah, but Yeah, I'll do it. I'm going to do it. I said I'm going to do it. I'll do it. I don't know when, but I'm going to do it. The aluminum's like $18 or $20 a pound. And I already have the perchlorate, the potassium perchlorate. I got a couple pounds of that. So that'd make a lot of M80s. You know? Too many. I'll have Homeland Security coming after me. I'll just make I'll make an ounce or two of flash powder and I'll whip up like, I don't know, 20, 30 M80s. That's all you need. You don't need to be blowing up the whole lake. I'll tell you what though, them geese won't be back. And this is a fact, Jack. Them geese are always gone by the 4th of July because everybody comes down here and shoots their fireworks off. And them geese, by then they know how to fly. They leave my lake area and Richard won't be cleaning goose poop up anymore. So by Saturday night, you bet them geese will be gone. And I'm gonna miss them. No, I won't. I'm sick and tired of cleaning up goose poop. But I do it to make the lake look nice. So I'm expecting a lot of people this year to come down the lake and shoot off all their fireworks. Because normally they put up little flyers. They put up these little signs around here saying no fireworks at the lake. Well, I didn't see any of them signs this year. And that means everybody's going to do it. And that's usually a lot of people. So, cool, man. I can't wait. Oh my God, I can't wait. Lots of people shooting off all their store-bought goodies. And Richard's going to have his homemade goodies. And I'll blend right in because everybody else is doing it. Yeah. And I'm hearing them. I'll tell you what. On Friday night and last night, I heard them up until 12 o'clock at night. They weren't shooting them off around here per se, but I could hear fireworks in the distance all night long. I could hear it. So people are doing it. And they did legalize fireworks in Pennsylvania like 4 or 5 years ago. So I could, if I wanted to, if I had the money, I could drive to one of them firework warehouses and stock up on all that shit if I wanted to. But first of all, I'm broke. And second of all, I like making my own stuff. When I started this hobby, I invested a decent amount of money in all my chemicals and all my tools. And I still have all that stuff. So luckily for me, I don't have to pay any additional money. And I could still enjoy my hobby. You are correct, Sikorsky says. And Skeleton says, thank you. And you're welcome. Oh, I had that backwards. Skeleton says you are correct. And Sikorsky said thank you. Skeleton, oh, you guys are having a conversation. There you go. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. That's good. Because nobody listens to me anyway. So go ahead, keep talking. I'll watch you guys talk. And, so what else, man? I don't know. My poor doggy's got that damn rash again. I'm going to give him fish oil or some liver cod oil or something. He's got all these red marks on him. Every summer I got to go through this, man. I got the sickest dog in the world. I mean, he's healthy. He runs around. He's pretty good and like that. But every summer, man, when it gets hot, it must be like some sort of prickly heat. I don't know what the heck it is, but I don't think he's suffering too bad. He scratches and bites himself a little, but little bastard. There he goes. Maybe in the daylight I'll show you how red his tummy is. And he gets sore around the mouth too. Poor guy. He's got it made other than that. I spoil him. He gets to sleep next to his daddy, who's me. I plop the TV remote right on his fat stomach. Because he gets the front, I get the back. There you go, NTB. I spoon with my dog. That's pretty sick, isn't it? Whoops, I just stepped in a puddle. So, I have a wife, but she snores, I snore. We love each other, but we sleep in separate rooms. And she can't stand everything that I do, and I can't stand everything that she does. But we're happily married, though. No, I'm quite serial. Quite serial. I tell you, make marriages work. You bend backwards a little bit. She plays on her Facebook all day, and I do my ridiculous stuff all day, and none of us have zero in common, other than the fact that we care about each other. So I'm gonna 302 her one of these days, and we're gonna 302 me. We'll both meet up at the asylum, and we'll break out together. So, nothing else is going on, really. I'm excited. I'm always excited. The weather's cooperating. I looked at the 5-day, and they're calling for a couple thunderstorms, but nothing crazy. No heat waves. No 3 days straight of rain. So, and I got some finished work to do. I'll tell you what I finished so far. I got about 20 some drivers. They're kind of like rockets. I call them drivers. They're like rocket engines. And I made, so far I have 2 pinwheels completed. And I got these other spinners completed. So that's 4 devices done. And any one of them drivers, I could just tape a stick to it and shoot them up in the air, and you can call it a rocket. But I'm going to make other devices out of those drivers. I'm going to get creative. I'm going to make them jumping jack things. They're pretty cool. All you do is drill a couple random holes in one of your drivers, put a fuse in it and throw her on the ground, and they spin all over the place, and you got to duck because sometimes they shoot right at you. And they're pretty cool, man. Sometimes they shoot up in the air and they fly. Every now and then you get lucky. So I'll make a few of them. You know, try to get creative. This dog sees something. Wait a minute. He's going to be bad. Right? He's looking at something. Little bugger. See? He's pointing. See him point? Oh, there he goes. And he's happy. Oh, whoa, whoa. Buschetti, yo, my man. I got a minute to talk, Buschetti. Okay, you know what? Now how your handle was Mopoke? Well, you know what? When you talk about Mopoke, know what I do? I get shake and bake. And I get my pork chops. And I stick them in a bag. And I beat them. Before I put the shake and bake on them, I beat them with one of my hammers. And I tenderize them. I beat the crap out of my pork chops. And then I bread them with the shake and bake. And then they're good. Skeleton says, the biggest car ever made is a 41 Rolls, also known as the Bugatti. That's an Italian car. Also from 1927, 1933. It was 6.4, 21 feet long, and weighed around 3,700 kilos, 7,000 pounds. Oh, you know how to convert kilos into pounds. That's pretty good. I had to do that. I had to convert kilos into pounds. It's interesting. Doesn't that sound good, Bus? Get it, man? I beat the pork chops with the hammer. I tenderize them. And then I bread them, right, Bust? And then, I'm not kidding. You're laughing, but I'm not kidding. And these pork chops are tender. Man, they fall apart. You don't even need a knife. Because I beat them with the hammer. I tenderize them. And you think I'm kidding, but I'm not. I swear to God, I do this. And then I don't cook them at the temperature you're supposed to cook them at. I cook them a little bit lower, but I leave them in the oven longer. I think if you cook them at 350, they're done in like 45 minutes. Well, I cook mine at like 200 and leave them in there for like 2 hours. And I flip them once. And boy, oh boy, man, I make like 3 or 4 or 5 of them and I eat them the next day. I eat the leftovers. I'm lost. Wait a second. I got to find out. I got to get my bearings, you guys. Okay, I see where I'm at. Okay, I'm back on track. The dog leads me into oblivion and I get lost. There was a three-wheeled vehicle powered by an internal combustion engine. You like your cars, my man. I could tell you know a lot about cars. My fastest car was a 2000 Nissan Maxima. And the speedometer went up to 165. And I had that car. I should never do this again, but I'm lucky I'm alive. The speedometer went up to 165, but I had that car up to 145. 145 miles an hour. My passenger was begging me to slow down. The car was shaking. It was a straightaway on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, like a 3-mile straight road. And I put the pedal down pretty far, and I whipped that Nissan Maxima up to 145 miles an hour. And I'll tell you what, it could have gone faster. But my passenger was begging me to slow down, so I slowed down. I slowed it down to like 110. Normally, it used to take anybody who drives the speed limit, it takes like an hour and 45 minutes to get from Philadelphia to my house where I live at now. Well, I made it in 1 hour once. My average speed, there's a car coming, I gotta be careful. Stay, son, stay. My average speed was like 120. That was my average speed. I was whipping it up to 130, maybe slowed down to 90. I had a radar detector, so in case the long arm of the law, I got some warning. When you're doing 140, radar detectors aren't that great anymore. They tell you when you get the ticket because you're doing 140. You zip right into that cop's radar beam. You don't have time to slow down. But I never got a speeding ticket. Well, that's a lie. I did get one speeding ticket. But I don't get them a lot. And that was a long time ago. These fireworks were used in both military purpose. I might have missed something. Hang on. The first ever made Benz patent motor was invented at Germany. No, I didn't miss. Then the next thing we're saying, these early fireworks were made in both military purpose, like singling and scaring enemies, and spiritual ones to ward off spirits and celebrate important events like births and weddings. And then the technology of the fireworks gradually spread from China to other parts of the world, eventually becoming popular for celebrations and entertainment. You know, you got that right on the money. That is 100% right. He's right. This man is right. This person is right. Chinese were the first to invent fireworks. They weren't weapons. They didn't weaponize that stuff at first. It was just simply for celebration, like Sikorsky says. Man from San Diego. He's absolutely right. And then man got crazy and started weaponizing black powder. But Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. It's so big, all the other... Yo, you know what, Skeleton Boy? You could ask me any question about astrology and I can answer it. I love astrology. You could ask me anything. How far away is the sun? How far away is the moon? How fast does the Earth orbits the sun? You could ask me any of that stuff. I got it all memorized. I love astrology. how fast is the speed of light in kilometers per hour and miles per hour. The moon is on an elliptical orbit. Sometimes it's like 260 miles from Earth when it's at its apogee. When it's at its perigee, it's like 235 miles from Earth. So you're talking to the right dude when it comes to astrology, my man. And Jupiter it's composed of hydrogen and helium, and similar to the sun. There wasn't enough gravity to crush the helium. So you're right, the hydrogen. You're right. Jupiter is the shortest day in the solar system with 10 hours. Jupiter is sometimes called the failed star because, yes, it failed because there wasn't enough gravity to condense it down into a star. So, yes, you guys are right. The hydrogen, the helium, but lack of the mass to ignite the nuclear fission. Boy, you guys are on my page, man. Now we're talking. That's all I do is watch stuff like that. I am so up on that stuff, man. So what's the name of the black hole in the center of our galaxy? You know that? Sagittarius S. You know what Betelgeuse is? That's that star that's in Orion's belt, and it's going to go supernova. It's already a red giant. One of these, it might have gone supernova already, but it takes 500 years for Betelgeuse's light to get here. So that sucker might have already went supernova, and we just don't know it yet. So, pretty good, huh? Pretty good. Surprising you. A numbnut like me knows this much about physics and astrology. Yeah. There are space is a super cool. What exactly about space are you curious about? Maybe you're into stars and galaxies and stuff. I'm into everything, Skeleton. If it comes to astrology, I love it. How about the rhyme? Do you know the rhyme for the planets from Sun out to Pluto? Mother Mercury visits Venus every Earth morning. Mars stays Saturn until Uranus noon Neptune period Pluto. Mother stays and just until noon period. Let me see if I got that right. Mother visits every morning, stays just till noon period. And that's how you memorize all the planets. Mother Mercury visits Venus every Earth morning. Mars. Mother visits every morning. Mars stays Saturn just Jupiter until Uranus noon Neptune period Pluto. Okay. You want to know how you memorize the stars? Did you know the largest known galaxy is Acronis, a giant radio galaxy with a diameter of 16.3 billion light years? This makes up significantly larger than the previous record. You know what? You got me on that one. I thought I knew everything, but I didn't know that one, but I like it. Our galaxy is 150,000 light years across. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is 150,000 light years across, which spans 4 million light years. Well, a lot of things do. I'm trying to guess, though. What spans 4 million? Give me the answer. I don't know. Once you tell me, I'll know. How about, I was going to tell you this one. Do you know how you name all the different types of stars? Be a fine girl, kiss me or something. Be a fine girl, BAKFGM. Our sun is I think our sun is a K. No, I forget. I should know this, but I don't. Our sun's not that big, actually. When our sun dies, it's not going to turn into a black hole. It's not big enough. For a star to turn into a black hole, it has to have at least 5 masses of our sun, and then it can turn into a black hole. Man, you guys are on my page now, man. I love this stuff. So the Earth orbits around the sun at 67,000 miles an hour. The speed of light is 186,000 miles an hour. But if you measure it in kilometers, it's 300,000 kilometers, not an hour, a second. 186,000 miles a second. And then in kilometers, it's 300,000 kilometers a second. That's how fast light is. Like sound's only 1,200 feet per second. That's why when you see fireworks and you see that flash, the light gets to you instantaneously. But the sound takes a couple seconds before you hear it. Telling you, you guys are on my page. But if the sun were to explode, it won't in the way that the star explodes, and the immediate effect would be a massive surge of energy radiation to the Earth. Well, our sun, is that right, my man? Boy, I finally met somebody that's on the same page. I could talk about this stuff all night, man. I love this stuff. I wish there was extraterrestrial life, but they would have a hard time getting faster than the speed of light. But I think just because our physics, the physics that we are aware of, a smarter extraterrestrial, their physics are different. So they may be able to circumvent that speed of light problem. Friend swears he saw a flying saucer, and I believe him. He said it was a triangle and then morphed into a square, and I believe him. So I love this stuff, man. I went and saw Giorgio Tsoukalos and David Childs, the Ancient Alien dudes, when they came around to Scranton. I went and saw them in person. I love that stuff, man. I want to believe it's real. Fortunately, the sun is massive enough to explode as a supernova. Fortunately, our sun is not mass enough. That's right, I think I said that. To explode into a supernova. It will instead expand into a red giant and become a dwarf. You are correct again. Correcto mundo. These bugs. I could do this all night, but I got to go to bed. We got to catch up on this, man. I love this stuff. I love astrology, man. Oh my God, I love it. Astronomy, not astrology. My wife likes astrology. You know, I think astrology, it might be true. Like where you were born, where the planets were and all that. Some of that might be a little true, but I wouldn't bet my life on it, put it like that. Oh my God, I love this. Scientists estimate the observable universe is 93 billion light years in diameter, but the universe could be much, much larger, maybe even infinite. Isn't that hard to wrap your head around? What is forever infinite? What is that? You can't wrap your head around that. You got to think, well, there's a wall out there or something. What's on the other side of the wall? It's infinite. It's so cool, isn't it? And you know, when it goes the other way too, things can get bigger and bigger and bigger, infinite, but things could also get smaller and smaller and smaller. Think of it this way. You break something in half, well, then you got two halves. You break it in half again, and you could keep doing that forever and ever. There's no end to it. You just keep getting smaller and smaller. We could be living inside of a black hole right now. Our entire universe could be just one inside of one black hole. And there's no way to prove that it's not. The different chemicals creating different hues. Are we getting back to fireworks? Barium nitrate makes green. Strontium nitrate makes red. Like chemicals, wait a minute. Like chemical reaction fireworks based on chemical reactions, and the oxidized or potassium perchlorate breaks down to fuel charcoal and releases energy, producing light and sound. Maybe I should come over to your house and you teach me how to build fireworks. I'm only joking, but you know your stuff, man. You know the difference between oxidizers and fuels and binders, and those are all the things in fireworks. You need oxidizers, you need fuels, you need binders, you need metals. There's all kinds of goodies when it comes to fireworks. Well, listen, you guys are getting me hooked here. I'm at home. You see this? I'm at home. My dog's saying, Dad, I want to go to bed. But we got to catch up on this conversation one of these times, you guys. I think this is fascinating. I'm just going to read one more. Yes, fireworks have a long history from ancient China to modern celebrations and have even influenced the development of weaponry. Yes. And on that note, okay, one more. The sun is the star, the sun's center of the solar system, and the source of light is the heat from Earth. All right, one more. The massive ball of a hot gas, mostly hydrogen and helium. Oh, you're killing me, dude. All right. You're killing me. All right. I love you. I love you, bro. Have a great time in San Diego, and I'm going to have a great time in Pennsylvania. Have a good night, Richard. I don't want you waiting. Thank you, man. You guys are cool. Man, I got new friends. I love this. All right, I'll talk to you soon. You guys are the bomb.